Hello, travel companions. What can you see in 3 days in Paris? That's what many of us wonder, and we only have that much time to enjoy the City of Light. All of us, or almost all of us, might think it's impossible to see Paris in just 3 days, but there are must-see things you can do in that time and enjoy the romantic city. What can you see in Paris in 3 days? Let's get started. I invite you to check out this first day of the tour, whether it's your first time in Paris and you're planning what to see, or if you just want to remember the City of Light through these images. As mentioned in our video on Paris districts and where to stay, it's a good idea to group the attractions by area, so you can make the most of your time and not waste it on long trips. But since everyone's starting points will be different, as we'll choose different areas to stay in, these days can be interchangeable with each other, depending on what's most convenient for you. Now let's get started, travel companions. Day 1 in Paris Day, to Paris, Notre Dame. We start on the Ile de la Cité. Until April 2019, we would have suggested starting at Notre Dame, but now we can only see it from the outside, hoping that someday we'll be able to visit it again. Anyway, we all want to arrive in Paris and see that view of Notre Dame next to the Seine. Now we head on a short walk to the Sainte-Chapelle church, one of the must-sees in Paris. Sainte-Chapelle, consecrated in 1248 after a brief construction, is a Gothic architecture masterpiece. The 15 stained glass windows, each 15 meters tall, are stunning to see. The advice is to go early to avoid the lines. All the advice we give about avoiding lines, about the best times to visit, obviously were useful for 2019 and will surely be the same for 2021. We know that this year, 2020 is an unusual year, so always check the official website before visiting the attractions. You can buy your ticket online, either just for the Sainte-Chapelle or a combined ticket with the conciergerie. That way, you'll save more than if you buy the tickets separately. Ticket for the Sainte-Chapelle Church, 11.50 euros. Combined ticket for Sainte-Chapelle and conciergerie, 18.50. While the Sainte-Chapelle is a must-see, both visits are worth it, especially considering they're right next to each other. The conciergerie, or Palais de la Cité, was home to French kings from the 11th to 14th centuries. It ended up being turned into a state prison in 1392. Here we go to the next stop, the Louvre Museum, which we can also walk to if we want. The Louvre Museum. But for this first day, it's advisable to just see it from the outside and leave the visit inside for another day. It's best to dedicate another day since there's so much to see, and there are also a lot of people visiting, so it's advisable to go early to avoid the lines and be able to walk around calmly. Louvre Museum, entry, 17 euros. But, of course, we're all really eager to see the glass pyramid and take the typical photos there. The first day in Paris is a great time to enjoy doing it. If you, like us, chose to take photos outside and save the visit for another day, let's move on. Journey. Up to this point, we've done the entire walk from the Ile de la Cité, taking advantage of crossing one of its bridges. Now we'll take the metro to the foot of the Eiffel Tower, but not to go up the tower, rather to get to the pier. Boat ride on the Seine. In my opinion, one of the tours you shouldn't miss is to get on board and travel along the Seine River. Taking any of the tours along the river is totally worth it. You will see the historic Parisian buildings and bridges from the comfort of the boat. Do multiple companies offer this river tour? It costs about 14 to 15 euros with any of them. If you want to treat yourself, are there also cruises where you can have lunch or dinner? Lunch cruises cost about 51 euros dinner, cruises 69 euros. From there, the prices go up. You'll probably have to wait in line to get on, but once you're seated, you'll start enjoying the ride. Just make sure to bring a coat, because it's much nicer to sit outside than inside. The dinner cruises must be spectacular, as well as the lunch ones. But is the regular one enough? The one that doesn't cost us as much? To be able to enjoy this magnificent tour, we disconnect from everything around us. Travel companions, we do it together. Come on, let's go around the dinner. As mentioned, the regular tour with any company costs 14 to 15 euros, and the duration is about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes for the tour. As you can see, we're visiting the attractions at a relaxed pace. The idea of this itinerary isn't to add things you could see, but rather things you can actually combine in one day. So we started early on the Ile de la Cité. We visited, remember, Notre Dame, Sainte-Chapelle, Conciergerie, and the Louvre Museum, but only from the outside, so we wouldn't lose too much time. If you choose to visit it inside, then we would have to skip some of the things that come next. You can organize this however you think is best. Then, in the afternoon, we go on the tour along the Seine River. And in our case, we combined it by getting the tickets in advance for what we're going to see now. Remember, this is, humbly, our opinion, the way we put it together ourselves. There are countless ways to put it together. There are countless routes to take. Climbing the Eiffel Tower. As we were saying, in our case, we scheduled the tickets to go up the Eiffel Tower for when the evening was starting to fall. I won't go into detail about booking or the prices for going up the tower, because we covered that in the previous video, which we'll link here. Yes, we ended our first day atop the Eiffel Tower. Go up in the late afternoon and stay until nightfall to enjoy the views both during the day and at night. I'll leave you here with images from that special time of the afternoon when the sun's rays start to fall and shine so beautifully over the city of Paris. And here comes the end of the first of the 3 days chosen for this route in Paris. See you on the second day, travel companions. Remember to subscribe and enable notifications so YouTube alerts you when we upload the next part of this Paris tour. If you liked the video, if it was helpful to you, don't forget to give it a like. See you on our next day in Paris.